for this idea, we're going to be looking at starting an agency. What is starting an agency? Starting an agency involves attracting buyers of services, then facilitating the transaction with sellers. So 2 examples that I'll use is my own case. I run an agency where we have technical writers and we have people who need those technical writers. The main value that we provide to the people who need those services is that they can get a consistent flow of actually being able to upload their work, have it worked on, it comes back, they get sent an invoice by the same company every time, and they've got someone who can, add in extra staff when needed and take them off if not needed, and can add on lower cost staff and higher cost staff. So there's all these benefits of actually being able to streamline that process and add that extra layer of trust for the people looking to buy those services. So the way it works in terms of money is that often you might, in the example we've got here, you might have a design agency and you might say to a client, okay, it costs $200 for a logo, but then you end up paying the designer $150 for that logo. So as long as those prices are fair, and it does come down to the value that you add. So if you're giving the designer $20 and charging $200, you'll often find designers have so much more incentive to go around your system. They might be talking with a particular client and just say, look, I'm only getting paid $20, I might go do this myself. So there is pitfalls in trying to take too much money on the way through. So look at the fair value for it and how much work you're putting into it and how much value you're adding. There's a few steps here for getting started. Profit potential is quite high, $2,000 per month. I mean, our business is earning a lot more than that. And probably for our business, it's about half this time cost. But getting started, building up clients, you definitely are putting in those hours and making sure that you've got the systems in place that it's a consistent level of service. Pretty standard in terms of setting up a website business. The only addition here has been project management software to be able to just handle when jobs come in and being able to have those go into your system, be processed through your system, and have some notifications back and forth with buyers and sellers. So we've allocated $20 per month for that. And that could also include having some form software so that people can fill in a form, upload their documents on that form, and it goes through into your software system. So that's you're just looking at the ways to make it as streamlined as possible for the people who are wanting to buy these services and also the people working on there. A few ideas to get you started. You could definitely look at an agency for technical writers, blog writing, even doing some writing for, say, Kindle books. You could also look at an agency for designers, for painters, for babysitters, nannies. In all these different areas, there's places that you can definitely add value. So you might even have an agency for, say, babysitters or nannies where you do the kind of police checks and background checks and just checking things that for someone to do that across a whole range of different babysitters or nannies themselves would just take them a whole lot of money and time to be able to do that. So that's something where you can add value to them and also just have a kind of trusted name behind the service that your sellers, in this case babysitters and nannies, want to provide to people. Top 3 tips for doing this kind of business. Value is a huge one. So make sure that you're charging based on the value that you're providing. So if you're providing a lot of value, then you can definitely charge a higher percentage on the way through. Or there's even some value adds, like if you were doing, say, a police check and it might cost you, say, $20. I'm just pulling that figure out of the air. But it's something where you could add on, say, $40 worth of value because you're facilitating that transaction and you've got it all in place. So value is huge. Trust is the next one, making sure that people, they get that trust by having like a robust website, being able to speak to someone, being able to know what the next step is in the process. All those things are building trust, and having a good system in place means that it's consistent each time someone comes to buy from your agency. So they're my top 3 tips, but definitely check out the resources section under this lecture in Udemy and just have a read through those articles, see the different resources available. There's definitely more options in terms of project management software, so have a look around out there. But the ones I've put on there are just based on ease of use, both for the person who's buying a service and the person who's selling it. So I'd love to hear your ideas or any questions you have about this in the discussion section, and look forward to seeing you succeed in an agency idea.